Well, it's sunny, sort of, right now. But we expect tons and tons of rain to come. So, I've got all these tires to get on my motorcycles. And I'm going to start with the front wheels. So let me get these things jacked up. I hope I can get these wheels off to the dealer, get the new tires put on the rims back, and these wheels put back on before the day is out, because we have hail coming. And since they don't have any carports, I don't have anywhere to put my truck out of the weather. So I really want to get these off and back on so I can move the motorcycles over and get my truck in here till the hail is done. All right, first thing I did was take the hubcaps off. That's a 1/8" hex head, Allen wrench rather. These are 10 millimeter, 12 point. I'm gonna pull the calipers off. And since I got dual front brakes, I gotta do it on both sides. Then I'm gonna take these and sort of tie the calipers off to the crash bar just to keep them from banging around. So let me get this caliper off and the other caliper and hubcap off, and then I gotta drop these, and I'll show you on the other side what I gotta do. All right, I got the caliper off. I got the cap nuts loosened. Got the hubcap off of this. Caliper off. This is a 19 millimeter. 3/4 won't fit, 18 won't fit. 19 is a little bit loose, but it will take it off. So when you drop this wheel, remember where these spacers are. There's a spacer on the other side too. Just don't mix the sides up, because what they do is center the discs and the calipers. So I'm sure there's a difference in size on these both. So I'm gonna get this nut off, then I'm gonna get my dead blow hammer and knock the axle out. And I didn't take the, I think they're called cap nuts. I may not know technical jargon, but I can take stuff apart. All right, let me get this nut off and start tapping on that axle. All right, here's one of the spacers. Now, I'm not sure that it's important, but one side has these little indentations and the other side doesn't. And it just so happens that these indentations were towards the outside of the axle. So I'm basically recording this so I'll remember, but I'm gonna set this just like I set my nuts and bolts and washers, how they come off. I'm gonna set that how it comes off. There's one side. We'll pull this axle out the other side, and we'll be ready to take this tire to town. Then I'll get on that one. All right, there's that axle out, and here's this spacer, and it does not have those indentations. So I don't imagine that it matters how it goes back. So, all right. Now I'm gonna wiggle this tire. Well, can I take it out this way? Well, yes, I can. There we go. Okay, I only got one jack, so now I gotta lower it down onto that, my redneck jack stand, and go over there and get that one lifted. All right, same thing on this one. You gotta remember how these come off. I don't see any difference in these spacers. And behind this hubcap there's a spacer. Remember how this spacer goes on, this hubcap comes off. Inside there's another spacer, and we'll have to keep an eye on that. So let me give this a little love tap. All right, I'm gonna need both hands. Same thing on this one. These little indentations were to the outside like this. So let me put that back and pull this out the rest of the way. Okay, there was no spacer in here like I thought. That is the spacer, and it's held on by a clip. What do you call them? God, I just can't remember the technical names of stuff anymore. Okay, now we're going to town and get these tires changed. You know, you might ask, but Brad, why are you changing a tire that has virtually no wear? This tire has 2,000 miles on it, but it's 17 years old. And I cannot trust my life, or my wife's life, since this is her bike, to 17-year-old tires. And I don't want to worry about it. Dumbass. But it's okay to have a warped rotor. Okay, let me get my truck out here. Okay, gotta go through Shreveport. Let's check my Shreveport survival kit. Okay, we're good, locked and loaded. All right, I am headed home with the wheels. It took longer to have the new tires put on than it did for me to take the tires off the motorcycles. I don't know why, but anyway, I'm headed back home, and when I get home, I'm gonna get my garden hose and a bucket of soapy water. I'm gonna wash all the blue off the tires, and I don't want to do this on the motorcycle because I've already cleaned the motorcycle up, and I don't want to get soap and stuff all over my freshly waxed motorcycles. So we'll be home in a bit. All right, there's my wife's back on. Now I have steel wooled. There was some microscopic rust forming. This motorcycle is 16 years old, right? 05, yes. 16 years old with only 2,000 miles, but you know, it's sat around and exposed to humidity and all that, and over time it has gathered a little rust on some of the chrome surfaces, and as you can see, not anymore. But now I got to put some somebody asked me what I do to polish chrome. There's nothing better than steel wool, and what I do is I put Meguiar's Ultimate. It's a synthetic polymer. I just put a thin coat on and rub it off, and I do not get it on the tires or the rubber, and it lasts for a while. So that's what I'm gonna do next, and then I'm gonna move on to mine. Here's mine right there. All right, got the fronts done on both of these. Look how shiny that rim came, man. Oh God, my legs. Got my wife's done. Now, I think I'm gonna do mine first. It's gonna be harder than hers, and it's afternoon. If I could get mine off this afternoon and hers off in the morning, I can take both over there to get the backs put on. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get started on mine right now.